Here we go. Second break of the day. 2022 Bowman Draft Jumbo. Case break number 4. Everything ships but the paper. No paper, no paper, no paper. Cardboard boxes like BCW like supply boxes like 5,000 counts and stuff like that. If that's what you're asking, then no. It just doesn't make. It's just the shipping cost. It usually just doesn't make sense. Yeah. Yes, those. If you have a local card shop around you, that would be the best place. Because I know the one near me too. They're pretty much. It's like pretty cheap. But yeah, I don't. Usually, it's because shipping costs to having to have like a bigger package and stuff. I mean, I'll probably have a couple small ones, probably 300 count, or maybe, or those 200 count boxes that aren't too big. But yeah, I don't normally sell them. Don't normally use them much either. I mostly just have everything in 5,000 counts that we do, so. Everything ships with the paper, as always, as always. Lope to 99. Green paper. Purple autograph. Landon Sims for the D-backs. 122 out of 250. Purple refractor auto. Speckle Nito for the Angels.
I love gold.
Pineda gold out of 50 for Oakland. Speckle autograph Owen Murphy to 71 for the Atlanta Braves. First rounder, 20th overall. Purple paper, Mercedes to 250 for the Twins. A gold insert, Acuna, 48 out of 50 for the Twins. Oh, that's what Kareem was saying about the allocation. So yeah, the allocation side of things, it's. I mean, there might be some manipulation to allocation based off of like connections that you may have with some people at, Tops or Panini or the distributors or something. But as it is, the allocation side of things is set up where it's based off of how much you order. Baltimore 4 out of 150 blue refractor. So you get allocated it. So hobby, if you have an actual physical brick and mortar store, you can get direct with Tops and direct with Panini. Okay, and they will give you cases. I'm not sure exactly because I don't have that, so I'm not sure exactly how those are set up for how much each store gets or whatever. I'm sure it's based off of some sort of metric. Karras for the Royals, Smooth Ring, K-Sit, Lou Dog. But I don't have too much knowledge on that because I'm not a part of that. But if you can get direct with them, I know most hobby shops, if you're direct with them and have a long-standing account with them, you get a very reasonable amount of cases, like a good amount. At least in my experience of dealing with some card shops around here, it seems like they get a pretty good amount. But then through the distributors, it's based off of how much you melt into 199, how much you spend, and it's based off of like each sport too. It's like a global, if you spend X amount in baseball and nothing in football, where you're going to get, however much in baseball and you won't get much in football because you're not buying anything. So that mood ring might be numbered. It is not. So depending on how much you buy through the distributor, they'll give you a certain amount of product. But that's where kind of, unfortunately, it gets a little gray because, and this has always been my problem with it, is I don't know. It's hard to have it. It's like playing a game with no score because you don't know where you stack up against other people. It's like, okay, well, you're getting less of this product because you've been buying less. For instance, it's like, well, why am I getting 2 cases now instead of only? Before I was getting 3. Well, now you're buying your other people were spending more than you. Well, it's like, well, how do I know that? How do I know that other people? Well, I guess now I know because I'm getting. But before I get cut on allocation, can somebody how do I know where I? It's just it sucks because of that. I've always struggled with that, and because it's like, well, if I'm buying less and other people are buying more, I know if I'm buying less, but if other people are buying more, I don't really know. So you're like, you don't get any of that information. So it's like, okay, well, I'm going to start buying more. Because this has happened plenty of times to me. It's like, I'll get to the point where it's like, okay, well, this ain't right. All right. So I've put in very, very, at the beginning of this year, actually, maybe not at the beginning, but towards the beginning, I put in a whole crap load of money into one distributor, bought a whole bunch of cases, trying to kind of push me up the charts a little bit because I saw some things dipping that I wanted to bring back up. Well, just didn't seem like it moved the needle, and it was a very substantial amount, and just didn't really move the needle. So it's just hard because then you got to factor in, well, if the distributor's getting in, and if the distributor's getting less, which is kind of what's been happening with this whole Tops and Fanatics thing. Well, if they are getting less, they're going to cut everybody less no matter how much you're spending with them. It's just, but it's a very, it's not a good process. No one really likes it because everybody could obviously use more. Most of what we break in here, I don't even get allocated to me, which is probably the case for most people anyways, but I have thought about switching my office space that I already pay on into a shop, and obviously run the shop, but a big part of it is mostly just to have more allocation coming my way. The problem with what's going on right now is just, I don't know if new shops are really getting all that much. I don't know. I don't want to do all this and then to find out that, I don't know. I've kind of toyed with it though, but I already have that office space, and I still kind of break from home. So I mean, we still work over there and ship and Austin sorts and everything, and we still have operations going on over there. But it is a little bit of dead space where we could definitely be more utilized as an actual card shop. So I have thought about that to try to increase my allocation numbers, but it wouldn't increase it with the distributors. Green Bolt for the Athletics, green refractor autograph number /99 Oakland. But with it just seems like the distributors on the Topps end, Topps is wanting to go more direct with stuff, and maybe. And I've always known that Topps has kind of given a good chunk of product to brick and mortar stores and stuff. Another one, Jung, Tigers. So, and especially with this whole Topps and Fanatics thing, and with Topps and Fanatics cutting out GTS distribution as one of their distributors that they utilize, and they're still using other distributors, but what I've saw is these other distributors, they must have upped their prices with them. Number /150 blue paper, because like I'm paying what do we got? Oh, I thought that was auto. Purple $250. Is they're upping their prices. How much I have to pay through the distributors for Topps products is way higher than it's ever been. Like 5-star, it was like way high, and I'm like, what in the world? But I guess through the hobby shops and stuff, the price has is cheaper. So it's like, okay, so if you buy through a distributor, you're going to pay more than if you buy through them directly. Well, I can't buy through them directly because I'm an online breaker. So it kind of, I don't know, it's seeming like it's going to go down that route where I kind of need to be a dual online breaks and also brick and mortar store, which I'm not opposed to, but I've just been dragging my feet because obviously the breaks are going to bring in more customers and more sales than a brick and mortar store, but it seems as if you kind of have to run it in tandem to where you have the brick and mortar store to get the product in, do the online breaks to sell the product, and obviously we'd have it available in store too. But Brannigan for the Pirates, yeah, I'm sure Pittsburgh cards will do very well around here. So yeah, I don't know, I've been struggling with it. I want to do it, but I don't know what the right move is. But I think I'm starting to figure it out though. $4.99 now that stuff's kind of shifting over and they're cutting GTS out. Like this Bowman draft did not go through GTS, so I didn't get any through GTS, which is my biggest distributor. So that's so then I had to like scatter to get cases in, and so the move is I thought whenever Fanatics announced the buying of Topps and then canceling GTS as a distributor, I was like, it definitely seems like I'm going to need to open up a brick and mortar store. And I was dragging my feet on it. I was trying to gather up more information. But now that, some information is starting to come out, not really, I'm just figuring stuff out. Not really that anybody's said anything, but just kind of figuring it out on my own. It definitely seems like I need to kind of shift gears into that direction. Yeah, there's really no reason for a distributor. The middleman, the distributor model is really a broken model that is not necessary. It may be necessary in certain industries with certain things, and they're still going to be around. There's no doubt. But as for these sports cards, yeah, it just seems like, especially if they're already working directly with hobby shops and stuff, and they're already getting products to them. I mean, how much harder is it to get products direct to $4.99 2 breakers or whatever? So it just seems like they're kind of cutting that out. But Huggins for the Reds, base auto. Ooh. But unfortunately, that's how everybody was getting, if you're an online breaker and you don't have a store, then that's how everybody's getting their products. It's through these distributors that we've spent all this money with. I mean, sometimes I buy stuff off of them and I'm losing money because their prices are so high, and I'm trying to sell it out and be, have good prices and competitive prices where I buy stuff just to lose money, just to keep my numbers with them. Holiday refractor, just to keep my numbers with them, in good standing. But really, I don't need it or want it because it's like too high price. It's absolutely crazy business. Like, it's just wild. Well, yeah, I do have an office space, but what happened was, I got the office space because I hired another employee, planned on probably bringing in more. once I realized, that just kind of wasn't, that just didn't work out with that employee. So I just haven't been eager to hire anybody else. And I feel like if I want to do anything, I want to back to that. So I have that space still, but I break from home. It's just easier for me to do it from home. I mean, I do it at night anyways, so to break from home at night, and then I go right into my bed, and like I'm home with, I'm here with the wife and kids. So it just makes it way easier. But we still we still sort and ship everything out of that other office space. But it is a little bit wasted whenever we could easily do it from my house still. But now that I'm already locked in there, it just kind of. But yeah, that's why I'm saying I feel even more obligated to open up a brick and mortar store out of there because I already have it. So. But I've been dragging my feet because I was trying to wait to hear back from Fanatics on how they're going to process getting products to people. And unfortunately, they haven't given out any information at all to anybody. So that's been frustrating. But that's really what I was dragging my feet on, because if they come out and say, well, we're going to give more stuff, or you figure out that more stuff's getting pushed through the brick and mortar stores than online breakers, well, hell, then obviously I'm going to make the switch and open up the brick and mortar store and kind of run the breaks in the mortar store in tandem, kind of feeding off of each other, But I just didn't know if that process was really going to pan out that way or not. But it's looking more and more like that's the case. What? Have a online website selling wax and all that, everything that they sell, plus do breaks, plus have a store. So yeah, I've been really dragging my feet because I'm just right now. It's like I could easily transition into one or the other. I could transition and kind of audible into whatever I think is the right move, but the problem has been I was just trying to wait to hear from Fanatics as to kind of what the process is going to be, and then I'll make my own determination as to what I think is going to work best for us. But they just haven't given out any information, so I'm like sitting here twiddling my thumbs like, come on, I want to know how I should pivot here, because I need to pivot into something to kind of keep it rolling here, because with GTS getting cut out on tops, they're still getting Panini stuff, which is cool. So I'll still have that coming through. But the no tops thing definitely stinks, and still want to break the stuff. So I just have to go through kind of different means to get the supply. Bolt to 25 orange paper. Rocker for the Rangers base autograph. But seems like that's what I should do. It seems like I should transition the office space into a storefront, which I could do. Transition that to a storefront, and then be able to use that. Well, the thought is if I do that, then I get more product coming in through. I could go direct Panini and Tops, and I'd get more product that way, in which obviously sell it in store too, but also utilize that for our online breaks against Blue, and it would just kind of feed off of each other. I mean, that just seems like the way to go, but I just didn't know if they were really going to try to help the breakers out more and maybe push some more product in the breakers direction, or what was going on. I mean, right now that does not seem like the case whatsoever. So, but I was just waiting to see exactly what was going to go down. $4.99 Cole Young. Yeah, and it would give me that, but I mean, I'll be honest, like, it's just not something that I would do a whole shit ton of. McLean Purple, Doty to 199 for the Blue Jays. Nice one there. I don't know how much more. I mean, I would definitely still break some Upper Deck stuff, but that would be another thing where it's like now I got to get all these cases through Upper Deck and be able to sell them. And there's just so many products that it's tough to be like a full service breaker. Like I would love to just be like, you know, oh, we only break football or we only break Bowman or whatever the case. Being full service and having it gets tough a little bit. I mean, they got products. Typically, products are coming out all the time. You're loaded down with stuff. You got to buy it all. Some stuff isn't, you know, as we very well know, some products are not very good. And of course, those are the products that they want to give you hundreds of cases of. I don't think we had much for the Angels. Is that right, guys? I don't think we had much for the Angels so far, if anything. But yes, you are correct. It would give me access to Upper Deck stuff, which would definitely be nice to have, especially there's some good releases that they come out with for sure. And people around here do like hockey a lot, so I'm sure the shop could probably move some. And I know for sure too that the shops around here, I mean, there's a couple pretty good ones in Pittsburgh. But as for like my general area, Mule base autograph for the Cubs, my general area, like I said, the closest one to me, he does not put an emphasis on sports cards whatsoever. So it's not a very good shop if you like sports cards. So I think I could blow him out of the water on sports cards. I mean, no offense, but I just know sports cards would be the main thing, the main draw, and we could blow him out of the water by far. And I think people around here, especially if you like sports cards around this area, we could definitely gain that customer base pretty easily because I don't know what the hell he's doing over there. Jet Williams for the Mets refractor. A machine gun security guy? I don't know if I would need a machine gun, but already got pretty good security system in place. Probably wouldn't hire an additional security person, but if you have a big enough shop, that is definitely what I would do. If I owned a shop that was like pretty massive shop and you're doing, you know, a lot of money in sales, I would definitely fork over some money for like a overnight person, security person for sure. But we already got a pretty good for how we're running and how much inventory I keep on hand. I feel pretty good. We got a pretty good security system. I've put a lot of money into that security system, so yeah. I'm not, yeah. Yeah. And it is windy. Yeah. No, I could see like if I was like Steel City Collectibles, dude, if I was Steel City, I mean I don't know what they have. I'm sure they do, but like Steel City Collectibles over here, I would have an overnight person at their shop, and then they also have a warehouse. I'd have an overnight security person at the warehouse, which they probably, like I said, they probably already do. I just don't know, but. Actually, so I was at the Beckett Industry Summit a couple months back, and they had a security guy as one of the better speakers that they had at the summit. Was a security guy that I guess they've had over the last couple of years, but he gave us whole lot of information and different products and stuff you can help be more secure with your business and everything, and it was actually really good. So. McKenzie refractor autograph number to 499 for the Nationals. But yeah, unfortunately, I thought a couple months back at the industry summit, I was going there mainly because I wanted to figure out this whole Tops and Fanatics allocation and all this whole deal, and they just didn't give out any information, and they give us contact information, and no one has answered. And I've asked a couple other people, I was like, hey, did you get it? And they're like, no one is saying anything. I'm like, what is going on? So that's really what I was like. I was hoping to have a plan in place after the summit. I was like, okay, I'm going to gain the information I need at the summit, and then I'll be able to kind of transition into whatever I, deem appropriate. And I just didn't get the valuable information that I was searching for. So I've been kind of dragging my feet, hoping that that information comes to me, and it really hasn't, but just based off of just what price points of things and products that I'm getting in and the amount of product and just how everything's kind of working and what I'm seeing with my own eyes, I can kind of get a vibe off of where this is going. So I'm thinking that the brick and mortar is the way to go. Ritter purple paper to 250 for the Rockies. Elijah Green refractor. And everything good, fellas, on the... I wanted to ask, obviously a couple weeks back we were having some issues with the well, I think it was my graphics card. I don't think it was the camera, but camera kind of glitching out and everything. Is everything good? I switched, obviously I switched over to a new computer. I'm still using the same camera setup with the same program on the iPhone, the app and everything. I'm still using OBS. The only thing I switched was the computer system with, it's obviously got a different graphics card and everything in it. But everything on the video looking good. I know there was that first day too, I couldn't get it into Fabian to 75 for Baltimore. Base autograph for the Brewers. That first day that we went live on the new computer, I didn't have it in 1080p quality. I think it was 720, and then I was able to figure that out to get it up to 1080p on for YouTube stream and video purposes. But everything looked good. Is there any? If you ever see anything wonky going on, please do let me know, because I'm not saying I have the best setup, because I certainly don't. Some people probably got some cleaner and crispier and clearer videos and streams, but I try to do my best here, and if there is any sort of glaring issues, I try to get them corrected. Oh my gosh. DJ Gumby. I'm not sure. Yeah, I don't know. I can look. Looks good. Yeah, I mean, like I said, let me know if there is anything weird, because I did switch up stuff. I know it's been several weeks now that we've been on this other camera, but maybe, I know sometimes people are like, we'll have an issue for a day or two, and then somebody's like, yeah, I seen that happen in the other day, and I'm like, well, why didn't anybody say anything? Or like, oh, well, I thought you already knew. $4.99 paper. Purple autograph, Mule for the Cubs, 120 out of 250. I could see DJ Gumby. I will say, I think Ink's more of a... There are some cards he's looking to buy and stuff, as anybody. But I think he's more of a rip and flipper kind of guy. He likes to get in on breaks and then flip those big cards. He has a brick and mortar store. I wonder, I could probably talk to him and see if he has seen any sort of changes over the last little bit of time here, if they're getting allocation or not. He's a newer store though, so I don't think he really had much going for him there initially, but maybe now. Which I guess that's probably good for me though, is to talk to a newer store to understand. Because obviously, like my local card store, he's been in business for a while, so there's not, he's already got allocation and products coming in, so maybe a newer store would be more... what I need to know. Mbappe gold. What's been going on so far for Mbappe? I mean, obviously he had that massive... They lost, but he had a massive game. He scored 2 goals in 2 minutes. Gold Prism autograph. I mean, got to be pretty desirable, but just not... People just lowballing you, or... Yeah, because I keep feeling like on the video stream, like whenever I move real fast, I feel like it's not glitching, but I feel like I don't know, I'm running 60 frames per second, but it just seems like it's like just a smidge behind a little bit, and it kind of has to catch up. But maybe that's just me moving so fast and moving the cards kind of and just kind of that's how it. I don't know. No one copied that little sound effect that I threw in there. People want to tell me the seller. Oh, gotcha. Have there been any? I mean, I know it's gold, so it's going to be hard to kind of direct comps. But any sort of close comps or anything that you've seen, or maybe what some other numbered autographs of his have sold for? Or... Don't send it to Golden. Do not send it to Golden. If you're going to do anything, just auction it off on your own eBay. I would not Golden it. Bump it down to 30. Are you sure? Will that help what I'm trying to say? Like, so that's less frames per second. So... Yeah, but I wouldn't do Golden. Whatever you do, I wouldn't do Golden. I mean, if you're going to do Golden, I would rather just eBay it. I mean, I would rather just kind of put it up for a certain price and let people come to me versus letting the auction do its thing. But Golden has, well, it's not just Golden. All of the auction houses right now, I mean, it's everything, but they're just a shitstorm. Hubbard base for the Reds. So on how I'm doing streams and everything with, like, it's pretty simpler. It's not like I'm live streaming like me playing video games or something with, something like that also on the stream. But yeah. So how does that work? Yeah. So yeah. Do I need 60? Is 60 too much? If I drop it down to 30, what are the pros and cons? What are the benefits? I might try it, like, after this live stream. I might switch it and then go back live and take a look. Acuna to 99. Blue paper, Marcy to 150 for the Padres. Arias to 199. Blue autograph, 135 out of 150. Blue refractor. Who got Cleveland? Jared. Yeah, you definitely got to try to capitalize on it while you can, because I do agree that now is obviously the pristine time to sell his cards. Topps Chrome PSG. Was that from the PSG sets? Class of 2022 autograph. Locklear for the Seattle Mariners. Out of 250 on the base class of 2022 insert auto. What's up, Chris Frank? Yeah, DJ Gumby, I saw your story whenever you said that. That was so funny. Elijah Green. Yeah, not desperate, but at the same time, it is like the most optimal time to sell it, though. So if you're planning on selling it, it's like might as well do it now, though. I mean, I'll be desperate for the money, but it's like if you know you're going to make more money now versus later, it's like time to do it. And do you have international shipping set up on it? If you have no international shipping set up on it, that could be a major problem too. Yeah. I don't think international shipping's too bad. I mean, I've never really had much issues with it on eBay. I usually leave it on. Plus, they have that. I think. Well, now they have that new international shipping program, but it's nothing crazy. Just like I like buying stuff off of hitting up auctions. Dustin Harris to 99 green paper for guys that are in like. What's one that I always end up buying from on eBay? Because the auctions end up going cheaper whenever it's, from the Philippines. And there's a couple sellers that are selling some good stuff usually. Bowman, Blue Jays, base autograph. And the auction prices end up going a little bit cheaper because, and maybe I'm assuming just people are a little bit nervous buying off of an international seller or whatever, but I've never had any problems. Understanding that you could, but you could have a problem with anybody. Guy took me for about how? Okay, well, if I got took for some money and had some bad experiences, I wouldn't either. So I've had pretty good experiences, so I'm willing to take the risk, I suppose. But yeah, if you got bad experience, then yeah. Beavers. Guys, keep grabbing your spots on the website, wolfscardbreaks.com. Hassel, Speckle. wolfscardbreaks.com. We got more Nito refractor for the Angels. We got more Bowman draft on the site. If you go to wolfscardbreaks.com, people are grabbing their spots. We are currently down to 10 left in number 5, 9 left in number 6, and 12 left in number 7. We're going to try our best here to get all these ripped up. Obviously taking some time here to break them all, but we're trying our best to get them all ripped. Purple, Hendrick out of 250 for the Reds. Purple autograph, Jackson Holiday. Let's go, Baltimore. 38 out of 250. Purple refractor autograph. Let's go, Roy P. There you go, buddy. Jackson Holiday. Purple refractor. And I don't have my phone, and I'm going to go grab it, though, because I got to get a pic of that immediately. Everybody else wants to go, they can go. I mean, it's not, we're not just one, if one person misses. Yeah, tell them, just say, yeah, if you guys want to still do it, like, we're just have to miss out. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, so let them know it's just because we're out doesn't mean everybody's got to be out. Purple paper, Brady House to 250 for the Nationals. Joyce base for the Angels. A little smudge on the auto. Thanks, Adrian. Merry Christmas to you. Another one. Jet Williams and the Mets. Hernandez and the White Sox. Number to 499 Sky Blue paper. Larco Blue to 150 for the Pirates. And there's that box. No, it's 8-figure bank account. He's got an 8-figure or 9-figure bank account. No, I think he said 9-figure bank account. Yeah, I'm pretty. He said at least 8. 8 or 9. Cox to 499 for the Nationals. Well, I could do whatever. If you do the gift card, it's going to be like you'll get an email with the gift card information that you could supply to him, and then he uses the gift card. And then, the other way, if you just buy that, I just put it on his account for like credit or whatever. But in the end, it all works the same. So whatever you want to do, but yeah, the gift card gets like emailed with the details. Cleveland to 499. Why would I do that, DJ Gumby? And I think he said 5 acres because I think the sports card, I think he has 5 acres, and then the sports card radio people said that he only has 4 point something. You just need a serious offer. Has anybody given you a serious offer? Is that guy, the guy that said 7K, is he saying to sell it for 7K, or is he actually trying to buy it for 7K? Miller to 199. Oh, I see what you're saying. Like if I could get you a buyer. I see. Jake Paul signing with the Browns. Is that true? Jake Paul or Logan Paul?
I love gold.
Gold. Valero for the Brewers. Gold refractor number to 50. Base autograph for the Blue Jays. Doty. I don't know. Black refractor for Cleveland is 75. I mean, some of the stuff that, you know, and I was saying earlier in the live stream, you probably weren't in here, but I was saying about sports card radios content just kind of getting, it's just kind of getting old, kind of getting dry. But some of the stuff that they're posting about Golden and everything, like, I mean, I didn't know about, you know what I mean? I was kind of young during those time frames anyways, that I wouldn't really have that much knowledge of. But yeah, definitely come to find out that he definitely is definitely a slimy guy. Maybe that guy that runs PWCC might be a little bit, probably not more slimier, but maybe on the same level. $4.99. About DC Sports 87 or 97 or whatever it is, DC Sports 87. What are you hearing about them? I actually use DC a decent amount. I will say I've had my own problems with them. Nothing like intentional on their part, but you can definitely tell that they're just more of a volume people, that they just care about volume and getting it in and out the door as fast as possible. But I've had some issues with some things. What have you heard though? I've had issues with just stuff getting listed incorrectly, duplicate listings where they duplicate a listing or duplicate it. I don't know if the listing's duplicated or it's just the transactions duplicated on my account, and then they reverse it, and I'm like, whoa, why is some money getting pulled out? And it's like, oh, well, they duplicate. I don't know. There's just been some weird stuff going on with them, but I don't think it's anything like intentionally slimy, but maybe I don't deal with them enough. eBay's not going to drop their fee anytime soon. There's not much that's going to happen there with eBay. Is this the wrong? Are we flipped? What the hell? $4.99. Wow, these flipped. Yeah, I mean that's what everybody's hope has been for the longest time, but unfortunately it's like it's just a necessary evil in this hobby where, dude, come on, why is it like that? So now I need to start, maybe I'll start this way. So we got that is paper. Refractors there. This is all going to be messed up. Autograph, Daros for the Angels base. Yeah, it's just like there's no, like unless I just don't know how another auction site could come through and take eBay's, a big enough market share away from eBay that they even do anything, because it's like they're just so big. They've been around for so long. Everybody uses them for everything. It's not just sports cards either. They're. Dude, what in the fuck, dude? Seriously, I hate whenever shit's like this. It's like, seriously. So then these are all papers. This is all chrome. It's like we can't even get it in the fucking packs, It's, Jesus. I mean, places have tried to do that. Places have tried to, there's other places, but it's just they're never as good as eBay. There's other sports card, sites, auction sites, selling sites, but no one has ever been able to take enough market share from eBay that it even makes a dent, More Bowman on the website, my friends. Gold paper, Baez for the Cardinals. Got a bunch of stuff there. White Sox, Daniel. $1.99 Aqua Ray Refractor. Ray Wave. I don't think people are addicted to eBay. I think it's just that's where everybody goes. It has the most people on the site, so there's more eyes, which means your cards sell for more or faster or what have you. And yeah, I mean, it's just that people go there because you get more money from your cards from eBay than other places for the most part. I mean, don't get me wrong. There's obviously people, I'm sure people have plenty of examples where they got more money maybe on Facebook or Twitter or Instagram or whatever. But even whenever you're buying off of those places, people want to go to eBay, look at comps. Well, if it comped at $100 on eBay, well, they're going to sell it for $85, and by that time, that's already the fee right there. It's just. That's always the problem with like selling off of eBay. People are like, okay, well, eBay price comps out at 100, so you want to go and sell it for 10 or 20% off. Yeah, it's just.
Anstep said she was hoping that was our decision.
Okay. There you go. Eddie got something. Poland. Because it's just like other things in the world where it's like everybody knows that this option isn't the best option. Well, one, there's not really a better option, and two, you can't tell everybody, send out a bat signal and say, everybody, let's move over here all at once, and we can all, change these things that we don't like. If we all, it's just that's just not a logical thing to happen. As everybody, no one likes eBay and loves the way that eBay, their how eBay works and the fees and everything. But it's like, there are alternatives, but they're not really better alternatives. And yeah, but people can't stop it because if you use something else, well, it's not a better alternative. Purple, Campbell. And that's going to do it, my friends. Elijah Green refractor. Yeah, it's just it's easy to talk about it. It's hard to actually do it. Yeah. All right, my friends. Let me just do a quick little look-see here. Some orders coming through. Guys, grab your spots. WolfsCardBreaks.com. 9 left in number 5. 8 left in number 6. 12 in number 7. And it's like there's been places that I've tried, and Comp C is definitely an alternative, but again, it's not like it's a better alternative. And then there's places that I've tried, like My Slabs or whatever, but then didn't My Slabs increase their prices and stuff, increase their fees? And then it's like, okay, well then I'd rather just have it up on eBay because I don't know. Okay, yeah, we actually had some more base autos in this one than we've had in the previous couple too. Get a recap going here in just a second. Yeah, I personally have never used My Slab, so I don't have that much information on it. I do have Comp C, and I have bought and sold some stuff on Comp C. Nothing too crazy. Just maybe, probably $1,000 or $2,000 worth of stuff. Nothing over the top. Probably not even maybe only like 1,000. Well, the shipping liability, so if you get the card shipped from Comp C to you, it's on Comp C to get you the cards, not on the seller, because the seller's not the one performing that duty. But if you're giving cards to Comp C, and yeah, I mean, it's on you to get them there. If they don't get them, then, you know, you got to figure that out with the post office. But once they get them and somebody buys your card on Comp C, it's Comp C's responsibility to get it to that person if they elect to have it shipped. Because if you buy something, it just automatically goes into your inventory on Comp C, and then you can do with it as you wish, whether relist it or leave it on there unlisted or get it shipped to yourself. Well, that's the thing with the alternatives is like, yeah, it's exactly that. People moved, you know, you go to My Slabs, and then you're like, okay, well, the card's on eBay for $5,000. I'm going to put it on My Slabs for $5,000 because it's less fees. So then you make more money, but now you have less eyes on it, so it's going to be a little bit harder to sell it. And yeah, that's the thing. And then it's like, okay, well, why do I want to buy it off of this site called, you know, My Slabs, whenever I could buy it off of eBay for the same price? And that's what always is the problem, is people want to get a place with cheaper fees, but then they want to sell it for the same price, which is understandable because that's why you're moving, to make more money, so you get cheaper fees. But the whole process is just flawed on it, you know. As a seller, that's a nice thought, but then as a buyer, you know, yeah, it's just weird. Yeah. 2022 Bowman Draft Jumbo Case Break number 4. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like that's if you're that's the thing is like people would rather buy off of eBay because they feel more secure on eBay than these other sites. But if the people that are selling the cards on these other sites want to sell for eBay prices because that's why they're even using the other site so that they could get cheaper fees. But then it's just a flawed process. Out of 499 refractors. Out of 250 on the class of 2022. Purple out of 250. Out of 199. Blue out of 150. Green out of 99. Black out of 75. Speckle out of 71. And the big boy, Jackson Holiday. Purple refractor 38 out of 250 for Baltimore. Jumbo case break number 4.